the rock cycle. Now, rocks, like anything else, have a cycle of life. Although the rock cycle can go in various ways. But for right now, we're going to start with igneous rocks. Igneous rocks start by magma chambers. Here and here. Here, through cooling, a process called crystallization of magma is in which they are formed. Eventually, igneous rocks, through volcanoes and cooling down of magma, no longer, because of volcanoes, the pressure of the magma eventually, the heat goes out and it explodes, right? So we get lava here, and that cools down, and it also creates igneous rocks. In the world, outside in the world, where there are mountains and people and animals, obviously there is weather. Weather can also change rocks. This is called weathering. Here in weathering, the sunlight, wind, plants and animals can break down the igneous rock into sediments. But they don't move, right? Because eventually they have to end up in the ocean. How they do that is through erosion and transportation. Pieces of rock are dissolved through weathering, slowly as they make their way through the streams out into the ocean. Here they are deposited, and they collect over many years and years and years and years. Eventually, it starts going down and down and down and down. And this is called burial in compaction. Layers and layers of that sediment start packing on top of each other and on top of each other and on top of each other. Here is how we get sedimentary rocks. Because they keep breaking up and creating new types of rock. And more minerals, and they keep packing and packing. Eventually, it'll keep going down and down. And what happens when we go down and down, through the heat and all that stuff that goes on in the mantle, because it's very hot, we get deformation and metamorphism. And these occur when, obviously, these sediments have been packing layers on layers and layers, and deformation occurs through the heat and the pressure. The rock starts folding and changing. So, we eventually get a new type of rock, which is the metamorphic rock. We already had sedimentary, now we have the metamorphic. After that, if it keeps going down and down and down, we have a rock that's melted. And we start the process again, because now the magma has reached a point where it's all melted. It's not rock anymore, it's magma. And then eventually it will cool again in order to become igneous rock once more. So remember, but we forget one thing, uplift is the one that pushes rocks up. So a rock can become sedimentary and then eventually reach magma chamber and skip the whole metamorphic phase, become igneous rock again, and then start the process all over. The same can happen any other way. It doesn't have to be igneous, sedimentary, metamorphic. It can happen any way, as long as the perfect conditions happen for it. And that's the rock cycle.